Hi everyone, this is Courtney from Lifescape Counseling Services here in Fort Myers. I'm a CBT therapist and I do these videos to share on mental health topics, different practices that we have here at Lifescape, and to just inform our community about what we can be doing and how we can be growing. One thing that I want to discuss that we really believe in at Lifescape is something called bibliotherapy. So, bibliotherapy, just like a CBT, allows us to gain a different perspective in how we can approach our problems or things that we're facing or having struggles with. Bibliotherapy is a very expressive modality where you can apply this to any individual, whether you really enjoy personal autobiographies or comic books or children's stories, self-help books, anything, any kind of book will do. So the purpose of the bibliotherapy is to gain the never mind the details of the story, but gain insight into the process of what the author is trying to share and teach and enlighten you on. And how do we apply those principles to our personal life? How do we use these lessons to help us in our own therapeutic goals? So today, I just want to go through some examples that I have used in my experience here at Lifescape as a therapist. So the first one, and these are all pretty much my favorites. But the first one, a good friend gave this to me when I first started working here. Oh, the Places You Will Go, of course, by Dr. Seuss. Traditionally, this is used a lot in group settings for children, even all the way up to real issues that are very, very hard to conceptualize, such as substance abuse. All the Places You Will Go really takes a look at the stages of change that a person might be at with themselves internally, and maybe even looking at them at their career journey, at their journey in becoming who they are and where they're at in their life. And this can be such a strong metaphor for people to really connect with. And so in groups or individual, we'll go through the stages of Oh, the Places You Will Go and really reflect on how that applies to you. And some of the ways that this book in bibliotherapy has been very profound is that level and the skill it takes to have insight and to self-reflect. So I would definitely recommend that one, Dr. Seuss. The next one's a little different. A lot of individuals that I work with would really don't have time to sit and read a whole novel. So this, Maya Angelou, is a poetry book. So it's not everything, but it definitely has a lot of her great poems that instill a lot of principles of empowerment, a perspective of resiliency, and what Brene Brown would call shame resiliency, and really celebrating life as opposed to pretending that everything is great, acknowledging what's difficult, and celebrating the life in that. I love Maya Angelou, and I love this book, and sharing that with clients has been very, very incredible. And the next book that I wanted to share for this video is The Gifts of Imperfection, which actually, if you don't know, is this month's book club for me here at Lifescape. We'll be reading each chapter, going through the content of what Brene Brown is teaching in her research in shame resiliency. And so far, this stuff really digs deep for people, and she really gets to the meat of it. And if you haven't read it on an individual level, please read this book and really reflect on how it can apply to you and where you're at in your own stage of growth. Things that she's talking about are authenticity, the value in wholehearted living, creating, cultivating, she uses that word a lot, cultivating a life that is best for you. And I love the empowerment that we get through the gifts of imperfection. And of course, in the title, it even reframes how we use positive reframes in CBT. The gift of what we might see something as being imperfect or negative or not worth anything as being actually in reality a gift or an opportunity. So that's all I have for today. And if you have any recommendations, if you have any books that you've used in your own bibliotherapy journey, please share. And I'll list some more resources just to get some creativity going. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.